On a cold, rainy night in Chicago, 17-year-old Jake was working the night shift at an old hotel. The hotel was nearly empty. At exactly 11:59 p.m., the reception phone rang. Jake answered. "Hello, this is the front desk." For a few seconds, there was only static. Then a weak voice whispered, "Help me. Room 309." The call suddenly disconnected. Jake checked the hotel records. Room 309 was empty. No guest had stayed there for years. Trying to ignore it, Jake went back to work. But 5 minutes later, the phone rang again. "Please, he's coming." The line went dead. Jake felt nervous. He grabbed a flashlight and took the elevator to the third floor. The hallway was dark and silent. As he approached room 309, he noticed the door was slightly open. His heart pounded. Slowly, he pushed the door open. The room was covered in dust. Old furniture sat untouched. No one was there. Then his flashlight flickered. A cold breeze filled the room. Jake heard footsteps behind him. He turned around. Nothing. Suddenly, the hotel phone in the room started ringing. The room didn't even have a working phone line. Shaking, Jake picked up the receiver. The same voice whispered, "He's behind you." Jake spun around. A tall shadow stood in the corner. Its face was completely black. Its eyes glowed pale white. Jake ran. The elevator wouldn't move. The lights began flickering. The shadow slowly walked toward him. Every step echoed through the hallway. Jake slammed the emergency stairwell door and raced downstairs. When he reached the lobby, he called the police. Officers arrived within minutes. After searching room 309, they made a horrifying discovery. Hidden inside a sealed wall was the skeleton of a missing guest who had disappeared 20 years earlier. The case had never been solved. But that wasn't the scariest part. The next morning, police checked the hotel's phone records. The calls to the front desk had come from room 309, the exact same room. The room with no phone connection. And according to the records, the first call had been made 20 years ago, at 11:59 p.m., the same time Jake received it. Some guests say that even today, if you're staying in the hotel at midnight, the front desk phone may ring. And if you answer, you might hear a whisper saying, "Help me. He's coming." The end.